everybody. Welcome back to another episode of After the Trump, the show that recaps the hit series that everyone loves, The Trump Show. I am your host, Daniel O'Brien.
Cody Johnston.
Tom Ryman.
Alex Schmidt.
Guys, I'm going to just say, what a fun episode.
It's fun. It's always a heavy show, and then you get just these, this slew of town hall meetings.
Yeah.
It's Trump versus the people. You have this Shavitz guy who's in charge of investigating the Trump character. And his first town hall, it's the first one we've seen, and everybody goes, and everybody's so mad, and they're just yelling at him. And then he's like, "Oh, they're not real. They're not even in my district. These are fake people." And then you just see a montage. No, town hall after town hall after town hall after town hall of all these people. Yeah. They're like, "No, we're real, and we're very mad."
Yeah, in this show, so many things have happened under this administration, and now this the crowd, the mass of people actually affected by it, they're speaking up, and they have one voice, which is convenient from a writing standpoint.
And they're all mad about so many things, and it's all the same stuff.
I wonder if they're going to keep doing the sort of Greek chorus thing, where it's just everybody's saying the same thing in unison. It's like, oh shit, nothing we're doing is right.
The crowds, I really would have enjoyed more messages, not just, I'm very worried about healthcare and you're destroying the country. Something beyond those two things over and over again in every city.
I loved, great moment. I loved, who's the one character, it's really on the nose name. It's Cotton something.
Tom Cotton.
Nonsense. And he's getting yelled at by this child. And then he's finally like, "Okay, well, I heard you. I'm sorry, I have to cut this short. I gotta go." And then the one guy in the front row is like, "Thanks for coming." It's so ridiculous.
First of all, getting yelled at by a bunch of children and Holocaust survivors, and then they're thinking, "Oh boy, I gotta go home and tell the president about this." Everyone is Cameron and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, just sitting in their car I'll go, because no one wants to have that conversation.
Nobody does.
Such a format break for the show.
Yeah.
Because it was so, there's been funny stuff in the show, like the Spice Man, but this was the first episode that's just been completely broadly comedic. The entire,
right, it's a little slapstick.
I have expected when they said at the CPAC, "Oh, I heard those protesters are paid," that we would jump cut to all of them holding up their bank statements showing that they have no money because the middle class in this universe is dissolving. Right. Oh, we got to see Marco Rubio again.
Finally. Oh, I missed that guy. I feel like the last time we saw him was
last season.
Right at the convention when he's on tape just saying I support him.
It was the episode that opened with him proudly saying, "I will never support this man," and closed with him sweating and cold, saying "I like our new president. I'm a big fan." Right. That was the last we saw.
And then that's it. Yeah. And then finally we see him out in the wild, just getting chased by people who are mad at him.
You forget that in the show he's still in politics.
Right.
You forget that in the reality of the show he didn't just disappear and go hide somewhere. He's still technically in government.
Yeah, it felt like a really ridiculous back and forth retconning kind of writing where he said he wouldn't run to get reelected when he was running for president, and then he ran to get reelected in the Senate, and then somehow he won. It felt like they were really just jerking us around as a writing staff, but it was leading to this, so it all paid off. My faith's back.
So we're just about out of time. This is normally when we get into predictions, but I think there's not too much we can get from this episode because we didn't spend a lot of time with the main ensemble. Yeah. It seems like either President Trump character does something to get people to like him again, or they never like him again, and then how wacky would it be? His ego wins out over his agenda, meaning he so desperately wants everyone to like him that it becomes the best president this world's ever seen.
They could shame him.
I really wanted all the money in the world, but I want that 8-year-old to call me his hero, so what does he want? Better schools, better healthcare? Okay, I guess I'll do that now.
It seems like the other plotline they could push is the impeachment sort of thing, because they're doing this really ridiculous conceit where every Republican congressman is still supporting him, which is not believable. No. But they need to do some kind of setup for something turns them, and that could have been this episode. But maybe you don't have a show if he gets impeached. It's hard to say.
I kind of would still be on board if the season ended and Trump pressed a button on the White House and was like, couldn't do it on this planet, and then just goes to some other Earth-like planet and just lands somewhere else. You guys need a president.
Goes to another planet with easier laws to manipulate.
It is so hard to tell where the show is going to go.
Yeah. But I'm excited to find out.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That's all the time we have on After the Trump. Make sure you tweet at @AfterTheTrump account And why don't you tell us what Trump's next planet is going to be like? All right, thanks everybody. I think it'll be
Trump planet.
I think it'll be an exact Star Trek thing where it's like he's at Mafia Planet and he's like, oh, perfect.
Hey, thank you for watching this show where we pretend as if what's really happening is a TV show that we're recapping. Let us know in the comments which part of it you would really like to see as a TV show. Like, who would you cast as a legislator? Other details.